Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's still me, Lady Laura Handsome channel. So going straight to the point today, while we're making this video, as you all know, my channel is all about relationship, marriages, or it's all about teenagers. It's also all about your fitness and your wellness. But what I'm going to speak about today is all about your relationship. I mean, if you are a young person or a single person on my platform, following me and then following all of my programs, today is for you. And then if you're also a married person, and this is a time for you to also rethink, give yourself a thought. What is your marriage all about? What are you doing in your marriage? And how is your marriage going? And what is expected of your marriage? All right. So, because I noticed that a lot of people marry because of so many things, and a lot of people also marry for the wrong reasons. So that is why I am making this program today, this video today. It's all about marrying for the wrong reasons. Okay, marry for the wrong reason, that is the topic, that is the purpose of this program. All right. We want to also believe that or understand that most problems, what young people face sometimes is as a result of family pressure. Parents sometimes force their children into marrying early, and then on the process they will make a lot of mistakes. They will end up marrying to someone that they don't want to marry to, and at the same time not having time to really study themselves, end up getting married to someone that does not have the same mindset with them, or their spirit does not align with. Okay. So why I'm making this is that you just have to listen to me very attentively. If you are a single person that is trying to marry, you should be aware that marriage is a thing of, long life plan. It's something that is for everlasting. So before you go into it, you really have to sit down and think within yourself what you're doing. What are your plans in that kind of relationship or marriage that you want to go into, all right? So don't marry for being a housekeeper. If you want to get married, think about these points I'm going to mention, because a lot of people make mistake of marriage, and at the end of the day they start regretting it. They marry for the wrong reasons, and that's what marriage is all about. I also want you to understand that marriage is the highest level of relationship in this world. Okay? So don't marry just because of bearing children. You have to think about it. Of course, children is part of it, but it shouldn't be the reason why you want to get married. Don't marry just for material possessions, or what the man has, or what the woman has, or what drives him. But you should marry for what drives him. Okay? Don't marry for what he drives, but you should marry for what drives him. So that is one of the reasons that you have to really consider before getting married. You must marry someone that has a vision, somebody that has something, or that she has something to put on the table for. These are some of the things you just have to consider. Okay? Don't marry because of her beauty, because beauty will definitely fade away. There will be a time that beauty goes away. What will you do then? Will you throw the person away? Will you throw her away? So always make sure you don't fall a victim of marrying the wrong person. All right? Or even marry because she got pregnant for you while dating. Maybe it was out of mistake. Okay? And then you are now forced to marry her. So these are some of the points that you really have to consider. No matter whatever it is, as long as you both of you are not really compatible, or things are not really, you're not seeing a future in that relationship, don't make mistake of marrying for the wrong reason. So you should be taken seriously. It shouldn't be taken for granted. Everything matters in marriage. Marry who you know, like I said, marry who you know very well, to avoid stories that touches the heart. You have to really go into dating. You must know who you want to marry. You must have a relationship. Both of you must know yourselves. Okay? Love is blind, but marriage, will open your eyes. So this is what I'm trying to say. Marry who is your friend. Don't make mistake of rushing into marriage and rushing out. That is why you have so many divorces on the high. So many divorces this period. And that is what we are trying to avoid. So if you are single on my platform, you're following me, listen to these points that I'm mentioning, okay? Marry someone, okay, that you can associate with at all levels and never be ashamed. Someone that you really truly love, someone that you truly like at all times, and you'll never be ashamed of that person. Even if maybe he has one hand or he doesn't have one leg, make sure it's someone that you can move at all times to everywhere, okay, without being shameful of your relationship. This is the kind of person that you have to follow or marry. Marry someone that knows your fault and accepts you the way you are. A person that knows where you stink and yet accepts you. A person that knows when maybe that you have an order or something like that, and the person sees you, accepts you the way you are. Or maybe the way you talk, or the way you shout, and the way you always quarrel or nag. Marry that one that knows all these things, so to avoid problems much later in life. These are things that you have to check even when you are doing your courtship or your little relationship, to know yourself. So this is just some of the things that you have to really take control of, take note of, because it is very important. Okay? Someone that knows your fault and accepts you. Of course, you just have to know that. Marry someone you love that tells you the truth that you don't even maybe want to hear. Someone that tells you the truth, directly to your face. Not the one that will always cover issues, cover things, pet things. When he sees the bad thing, he will cover it up instead of speaking up. Don't marry that kind of person that covers up, that pretends. Marry that one that even shout at you. That one that will tell you the wrong that you have done. And then maybe you come back to apologize. That is the kind of person that you need to really marry. So you're the one that confronts you when you do some dirty things. The one that will challenge you, okay? The one that will even talk to you rudely. It is even much better because that one is much open. That one is really open to you. So this is the kind of person that you really need to marry. Marry someone who you can be transparent to. Someone that you can open up to. Tell the person anything you want to tell the person. What you have done at the back. What you have done at the back. And maybe open up to really explain yourself. And at every moment. And there's no skeleton in your cupboard. Nothing to hide. Someone that, that is very accountable. Someone that is honest. And someone that is very vulnerable to you. So this is the kind of person that you really need to marry. Marry someone who you can count on. Where there is crisis, where no one is there, whose needs you meet and whose meets your needs. The one that meets your needs, okay? Not the one that, that will, when you have problem, the person will not be there for you, okay? The one that will not want to even hear you or hear your cry. Don't marry that kind of person. So you just have to be very observative, very, very observant in whatever you are doing with whoever that you're dating or you have a relationship with. Okay? Marry someone that is very committed to help you. The one that will help you actualize your goals in life. The one that will help, bring out the best potentials, in you. Why both of you are dating. Of course, you will always know the right person when you are dating, because there are things you can cover, there are things you cannot cover. It is even difficult to cover things when you are dating, because more or less you want to show your best. You want to, because you don't know whether it will end up in relationship, in marriage. You don't know whether it will end up in something better for both of you. So you just want to put in your best at that time you're dating. So that is the time you just have to really open your eyes, okay? Marry someone who is there when he has reasons not to be there, okay? Where when being there has sacrificially cost him, because sometimes we tend to ignore this. So you make sure that the person that you're getting married to is the one that has no reason to be there when you have issues, yet he has sacrificed to be there for you. So this is the kind of person you marry. Of course, a lot of things happen during relationship, but they can always fish out these things. Marry someone that stands for you and by you in everything. Someone that is there to motivate you. Someone that is there to, push you to the next level. Someone that is there to advise you. Someone that is there to, guide you, help you, to achieve your aim in life. This is the kind of person that you have to marry. Someone that is there 247 with you. that whatever that affects you affects him or her. This is the kind of person that you marry. Don't make mistake of marrying for the wrong reasons. If he prepares his siblings and family members more than you, so you have to really take note of it when you are courting. Anyone that want to always come and tell you that, you see, my parents or my siblings, I don't joke with them. He prefers them. He talks about them in front of you all the time. So you just have to be very cautious of such person. So just be very careful, you know, when you are really planning to settle down. Marry for the good reasons and not for the wrong reasons. Don't marry because he has a flashy car, or maybe he has a very powerful house, or he's living large, or he has some dollars that he's spreading up and down, or he does on, maybe he wears so much designers and shows up, and then this thing now captured your eyes, you think is the right person. Please just take your time to really study whoever that you want to marry. Just take your time and be careful. And then don't marry those ones that keep on, you know, showing themselves, showing their body and all of that, or they are the one that is always showing, you know, demonstrating, and then they call them slave queens. Just be careful of this kind of women. Always sit down, look very well. The things that she wear or her body posture should not be the number one when you want to settle down. Don't marry for the wrong reasons. Look out for the real woman. Look out for the real lady, the real girl, and marry. There are certain things you have to really look down. Look and watch before you can now say, I am ready. Before you can now say, will you marry me? So these are just little points that I felt that I should, you know, tell us, so that we have to be very watchful when we want to settle down, so that at the end of the day, when you now eventually marry, you have the best relationship or the best marriage so far, because from the one, you've already positioned yourself that, yes, this is who I want, this is the kind of person I want to settle down with, and then that will really guide you. And at the end of the day, I don't think you have a problem. So I believe it has not confused you, but it has a little bit convinced you. So if you love what the point that I've just mentioned, help me, you know, to put some good comments down there. And then also comment if there are points also that you feel that I didn't add. You can also help me to add them. And then from all of them, which one do you think it should be more appropriate to consider when getting married or when trying to settle down? And I want to thank you all for coming on board. If it's just your very first time of coming to my platform, I want to welcome you, and then I pray that you'll be able to have a way to subscribe, comment, like, and share to your friends and families, especially the young ones around you, the ones that are about to settle down, and even the ones that are also in marriage already. There are things also they can also pick up from these things that I've said and correct in their marriages. And then at the end, they will have the best marriage ever. Thank you, and then I wish you the very best until I see you in my next episode. Bye-bye.